So, you're managing the infrastructure for a team that moves massive files every day. Different offices, different time zones, different tools, all relying on you to keep the workflow running at speed. But when it comes to actually moving those files, everything falls apart. Uploads take your team all night. Downloads stall out halfway through, sync tools choke on 4K and 8K video, and your entire pipeline slows until the files are in place. The truth is, the file transfer process shouldn't have to eat into your team's production time, but most systems are set up in a way that guarantees they will. So today, we're going to break down why it happens and how to fix it. Most file sharing tools were built for Office docs, not multi-gigabyte video assets, meaning they expect files to be downloaded in full before you can use them, they create redundant local copies on every machine, and they're too slow to sync changes, sometimes even hours after the fact. This then leads to editors stuck waiting on proxies because source media hasn't finished downloading, duplicate storage ballooning your team's storage footprint, and multiple uploads of the same file just to deliver small revisions. Every transfer wastes bandwidth, bloats storage, and slows your team down. And if you're using the traditional send it and wait workflow, that's hours, sometimes days of downtime multiplied across every single project. But it doesn't have to be like this, because LucidLink can eliminate that wait entirely. Instead of syncing, downloading, and re-uploading whole files, LucidLink streams data on demand from a single shared file space. Need to send a large video file to a remote team? You don't transfer the whole thing first. You give them access to the exact file in place with no duplication. They can start working immediately, streaming only what they need at the time when they need it. And because everyone is working from the same file in real time, there's no confusion over which version is current. Everyone is literally working on the current file. Speed is critical, but so is security. And unlike most file transfer tools, LucidLink encrypts everything end-to-end before it ever leaves the machine. Access is scoped down to the folder or file level, so when a user no longer needs access, you revoke it instantly. That means no lingering local copies, no unsecure downloads, and no guessing where your files ended up. Here's what that looks like in practice. Your video team in New York finishes a cut and needs to hand it off to the VFX team in London. With a traditional workflow, they'd zip the file, upload it to a file transfer tool, wait for that to finish, and then London would be able to download the entire thing on their local drive before getting started. But with LucidLink, the New York team drops the file into the shared file space, and London sees it instantly. They can open it and start working immediately. No file transfers, no wasted time, and no duplicate files. That's hours saved on a single handoff, and multiply that by your team's workload, and you're talking days back on the calendar. With LucidLink, you don't need one tool for transfers, another tool for cloud storage, and extra hardware on the side for local copies. Everything happens in one place without the overhead of juggling multiple platforms and devices. And if you're responsible for building a workflow that keeps projects moving, you can't afford to lose time to outdated transfer methods. LucidLink gives you one shared file space where large files don't have to be sent. They're just there, streamed on demand, secure by default, and accessible from anywhere without slowing your team down. So stop waiting for transfers to finish and start working the moment your file is ready. Build your workflow on LucidLink.